Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Thursday. It is August 26th. So I just wanted to come on today and say thank you for those who have let me reschedule. Don't know how much more I'll be on for the next few days. So while things are still quiet, I wanted to jump on this morning and say thank you for everyone being so patient with me and allowing me to reschedule and make changes as needed. So here we go. So, no news yet, but I will definitely keep you posted. And I definitely wanted to get on here and say there are a lot of energies out there. And, one of the things I've had to do is really step back in the past couple of days and say, okay, what do I need? Because I'm doing all these things for all these people, but I'm feeling really out of sorts. I'm feeling off balance. I don't know if you guys are experiencing this, but the energies really affect me physically, and I've been really feeling like a slightly dizzy, really out of balance, and I'm drinking my protein shake, I'm eating balanced, I'm getting exercise. The pool has been phenomenal the past few weeks. So I know that it's the energies. So if you're feeling off balance, or if you're feeling like you're dizzy or having any physical symptoms, know that the energies are a lot right now. And what I'm hearing is this afternoon there is something going on astrologically. Again, check your favorite astrologer or who you follow for the energies, but there's big energies out there today. So be very careful driving, very careful walking, be very careful overdoing it. So resting, lots of water is going to be really, really important today. All right, and going forward in the next few weeks. So, yeah, when you're someone who can feel the energy shift, it's like, whew, okay, I need to watch, and I really feel like that's how I ended up falling down those stairs because I wasn't taking care of myself. I wasn't making sure I was eating balanced. I wasn't getting enough rest. I was trying to do too many things. We were definitely in, nesting mode. I was trying to just, and sometimes you can negatively impact your own situation. So for some of you, you may feel like you're overeating, you're overspending, you're overdoing, and you're not sure why. And this is why. It's the energies right now. So the best thing to do, which is what I'm going to do as soon as I get off this video, is go and ground. So getting outside, taking a walk, sitting quietly, or just, for some of you, you might just need to sit in your car on your lunch break. Some of you, you may need to, whatever works for you, finding the time to just be is going to be so important, however that looks for you. So, because there have been a lot of emotions that have been coming up, there's been a lot of heartbreak, there's been a lot of situations in people that have fallen away, that have changed, that have not been what you thought they were going to be. They didn't come through on the promises. They didn't come through on what they said they would do. They didn't be there for you in a way that was going to be beneficial. And now it's like I have to overcome it. I have to say, okay, that's where they are on their journey. That's what they need. It stinks. It hurts. But they have to go in their direction, and I've got to do what's right for me. Because they did not be completely honest with you. They did create a mask. They did create an illusion and deceive on some level. And for some, it might have been simply just not telling or being transparent, telling everything, lying by omission. So many people don't recognize that by not giving you all the information or holding certain things back, that's lying by omission. That is being an illusion. That is being deceptive. So if you've got a situation or a person that you're finally seeing the mask come off, just know that that is truly who they are. That is truly their authentic version of themselves. And that person that you fell for that had the mask on, you don't get them back. You don't get them back. They can't be, that was the best version of themselves. They can't be that version anymore. That mask had to come off because their authenticity had to break through. Their own selfishness is who they truly are. Putting themselves first, wanting everything to go their way, manipulating you to get what they want from you. And because you love them, because you want to be beneficial to them, you have let certain things slide, and now it's like it has slid too much. And you have to decide what's right for you going forward. So the universe is showing you who they truly are. And I never want to demonize these people who are living in their traumas and dramas that's needing them to put the mask on, because there's something that's really broken, and until they heal it, there's nothing you can do. Until they heal themselves, there's nothing you can do. So that's why the universe has your back. The universe is coming in and saying it's time for you to find balance. Do you know that you are supported, that your gut instinct is right, that the mask has come off, and unfortunately, the illusion and the deception is truly who they are, because their traumas and dramas are keeping them in this idea that they've got to have everything go their way, or they have to be in control, or they don't feel safe. And there's nothing you can do about that other than listen to your intuition. Listen to your gut. Listen to the information that you're receiving in your crown chakra that is telling you, helping you feel, see, know, and hear that you're right. That something is wrong. That something is wrong in the state of Denmark. That what you were given, what you were told, is not the truth. And it's time for you to come into your divinity, step into who you truly are, step into your power. This message may not be for everyone today, but it feels like there's someone needed to hear this. That when you're dealing with someone who's living in their traumas and dramas, you can call them narcissist, you can call them selfish, you can call them egoic, you can call them whatever you want. But if they're living in their traumas and dramas, if they're playing down in victimization, if they're playing down in manipulation, if they're playing down in those shame is usually what, in the research I've done, shame is what has they could have gone two ways. They could have become the people pleaser, or they could have become the selfish, egoic, narcissistic person. And that's usually how that works. And for many of you, because you became the people pleaser, because of your empathic nature, you can feel their brokenness and you want to be beneficial. The problem is if they're not willing to look at what is breaking them or why they're manipulating the way they are, there's nothing you can do other than love them where they are and move on, because they're going to break you if you're not careful. And you can give away so much of yourself that you lose who you truly are. And that's how we end up becoming abused, whether it's emotionally, verbally, physically, sexually, because we want to help them. But if they truly are only showing you this, you're never going to get to that authentic person that wants to heal, because that shame is keeping them in the traumas and dramas, the manipulation, the victimization. And you have to love yourself enough to empower yourself enough to move away from the situation, knowing that the only thing you can do is pray for them, and maybe someday they'll get the help. Maybe someday they'll make the changes and they'll come back. But if they don't, you have shown them the model of what can be, that there are people who truly love people out there. There are authentic people who do say what they mean and mean what they say, who do show, give, say, be, love. Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, it's hard. And again, I never want to demonize these people. Something broke them. Something happened that made them feel shame at a very early age. And this is how they've protected themselves. And some will recognize it later in life, but some won't, because they've learned how to manipulate in such a way that everything goes their way. Why would they want to change? Because they're so turned off emotionally, They don't even recognize that there's something more, there's something better than just getting their ego validated. Amy, right now, no, honey. And P. Chan, no. Tuesday Tarot, 7 o'clock. This is a general message for everyone. And the message that is coming through is that whatever the situation that is illusion and deception, the universe has your back, and it's time to let go of the heartbreak. It's time to let go of stepping out of what is not for you. It's time to step into your divinity. It's time for you to know that you are powerful, that you do have everything you need to move through the situation. Love yourself enough to take back your power. Know that wherever they are on their journey is where they are, and you have to love them from afar, but that it's time to get in connection with your team of guides, angels, ascended masters, spirit guides, guardian angels, crossover loved ones, that whole team that is there saying it's time. It's time to make the change, that the person or the situation that is abusing you in whatever way, it's not for you to stay in. You can pray for them, you can want better for them, but you have to do it from afar. You're very welcome. All right. Let me get you an angel answer card, and then we're going to get a angel guide. You know, I almost didn't come on and do this reading, and I'm so glad I did, because I can't tell you how often I have this conversation. Because again, my intention is those who need me find me. And because I have dealt with this situation so much in my life, and I really did have to learn how to stand in my power, that I know how hard it is to love someone and see their best potential, know that there's more inside of them, but because they're so emotionally turned off, there's nothing you can do. But you have to move forward in your own experience. And it's heart-wrenching. I understand. Yeah, oh my gosh, I just got this the other day. So yes, here we go. Yes, you're moving into big happy changes. They're validating that those big happy changes are coming. So whether it's a situation, whether it's work related, whether it's relationship related, whether it's coming into connection with yourself, it's all good. And it's all getting better. So stay positive, stay in positive expectations, stay in gratitude, use positive affirmations, use mirror work. Louise Hayes has a book out on mirror work. For some of you, you're going to need to get in connection with yourself. You are going to have to learn to love yourself, because you have given so much of yourself away trying to help someone. Yeah, because it's now time for honesty and communication. So if that person or situation isn't able to be honest and communicate in the way that you need, then you need to be honest and communicate with yourself about what you need, what you've given, where you're not receiving, and how you can get that back in your own experience, how you can get that back in your own life. And again, this is not easy stuff. This is very, very hard. It's very gut-wrenching. There's an energetic connection because they're so broken, and because you are a lighter vibrational frequency. You make them feel good in a way that they don't understand. They just know that you are the only one that makes them feel that way. So energetically, they're just connecting like nobody's business. And that's why this feels like a connection unlike anything you've had before, and why it can sometimes be so hard to disconnect from. But just know that they're just attaching because they're so low that your higher vibration brings them up in a way they can't do on their own. And they don't understand why you make them feel that way. They just know you do, and they don't care the how and the why. They just want it. They just want to feel good. They don't want to feel bad. So for some of you, cord cutting meditations are going to be really important so that you can disconnect that cord that is attached to you so you can start feeling yourself again. You can start feeling powerful again. You can stop feeling so bad and so scared and so terrified, because that's actually the emotion and feeling that they're giving to you so they can feel better. So they can take your light. They can take your love. They can take your contentment. They can take your positive expectation. They can take your joy to make themselves feel better, because they're down here in shame and guilt and victimization and blame. Yes, Jordan, it is. Yes, it is. Please take what resonates. Please take what resonates. Oh, you're very welcome, Sarah. You're very welcome. I know this is a situation I've been in with family. This is a situation I've been in with partnerships. Being an empath, being higher vibrational. I've always been higher vibrational. Didn't recognize it at the time. Didn't know what it all meant. But I kept drawing people to me who were broken, and I wanted to fix them, and I was going to stay in it, and I was going to make it work. And it never did. And more than once, my life completely unraveled, financially, physically, spiritually, energetically, mentally. More than once. This has been a hard-fought battle to get where I am today, to understand why these relationships kept happening, why I kept getting drawn into these situations, because that's where I was resonating. I wasn't recognizing that my unworthiness was pulling these, drawing these people to me. And until I healed that unworthiness, I couldn't meet people that were not broken. So this is not an easy road. But if you can start your healing journey, it's going to help you recognize where you're almost letting yourself down, because you're resonating and then buying into, the kind words and the charm and the promises, because you want it so bad. But once you start giving that to yourself, you can see through it. You can see through it. Yeah, Sarah. And once you start healing, honey, that will dissipate. And also, because you're now recognizing it, you'll have discernment. You'll be like, oh, no, that's one of those people. And I'm going to just pray for them, and I'm going to send them on their way with light and love, because to be in connection with them is going to be detrimental to me. That I can't do that anymore. I can pray for them. I can be a model of where you can get when you do the work. I can show you the way, but I can't fix you. I can't fix you. So we love them from afar. We pray for them. We feel the connection in the other planes of existence. We can feel that they're okay. We know that they're moving through their own life experience. Some, again, will at some point want to change and do different and be different. And some won't, just because they are so ingrained in their ego validation and manipulation of people and knowing how to get what they want. What would make them change? So unless something really devastating happens, chances are they're not going to. And from what I'm experiencing, and by being in this with many people, good for you, Sarah. Some of these people do, and later in life, start seeing their pattern and start recognizing that, it's me. And they want to be different and do different because they want to have better. They want to have the family. They want to have the life. Because what you'll see is the pattern of these people having very short-lived relationships, especially if they're not with an empath, because an empath stays in there. An empath keeps fighting the good fight, and so those tend to be the longer relationships that they have. But then when they're resonating with other toxic people, those are very short relationships, and there's many, one after the other. Yes, Jordan, yes. But because if we don't do our own work, we won't resonate with them, and we might actually pass them by. What I would say, though, is if they truly are part of your experience, it'll come back around at some point. So just remember that whatever is for you, you won't miss completely. You may miss the first pass or the second pass, but you know, if there's a connection or a situation that truly is for you, you'll get there. You'll get there. Good morning, Stacy Ann. Good morning. Wow. Awesome, awesome conversation. So yes, today it is going to be about open and honest communication, not only with others, but with yourself. Am I letting myself down? You're very welcome, Jordan. Am I letting myself down? Am I staying in something that isn't good for me because I keep thinking that it's going to get better, or I keep wanting the promises to be kept? So that's what I have for you today. So again, thank you for those of you who have let me reschedule things. Please keep watching my page. As soon as I have some news, I will put it out there, but I don't know the rest of this week if I'm going to get to the daily message. So please remember that all these messages are timeless. So if you're being brought to a daily message, even if it's not that day, there's something in that message for you. And also the YouTube channel is there. So if you are needing some guidance, take a look at the August reading, and there's some starseed readings there. So again, uh, it's all there. Hey, Mandy. Hey, hey, hey. So for those of you that I've been working with and kind of a little bit out of touch this past week, I promise once things slow down, I'll be back in connection. Very good, Sarah. Very good. So all you can do is send them with light and love. That's all you can do. So, yes, I will get my head back on straight next week. I'll probably be over the moon happy, but yeah, I'm excited, and I'm not sleeping very well, and we're on baby watch, and so she should be here any hour now, So so I will. Thanks, Sharon. You too. So I will be popping on and off as I can, but yeah. So stay tuned. So guys, have a beautiful rest of your day. If you're just popping on and you didn't hear the whole message, please listen to the whole message, because as an empath, as a light worker, there may be something there for you, especially in regards to relationship, because as an empath, light worker, starseed, we do attract the lower vibrational people because we make them feel better. They don't know how, they don't know why, they just know we do. But we can always give too much if we're not careful. So it's very important. And if you want to talk about doing your own healing next week, feel free to book an appointment with me. I've got the free 15-minute phone call to see if integrative energy therapy would work for you, or if you would like to have a reading with me and want to know if we would resonate with each other. So that's on the website. Everything's on the website, guidance311.com. And the class, Intuitive Guidance, will start mid-October. So just about a month and a half away for that class. So if you want more information, that is also on the website. And under the classes tab, it'll actually break down for the Intuitive Guidance class, like each night, what we talk about. So it's 5 nights. It's very intensive. I'm going to give you a good foundation to take away to start building your own intuition, using cards, using pendulums, using tools if you want to, but really getting in connection with your team of guides and angels so that you can start trusting and acting. And then if you want to share it, beneficial for others. All right. So all good things are coming. Thank you for the well wishes. Thank you. Thank you. I will talk to you all soon. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And yeah, talk to you soon, guys. Bye.